Hello and welcome to episode 24 of The Whole Story. I'm Charlotte and I'm joined by PO Paul. It's been a while since we've recorded a Whole Story episode. It's good to be back. What are we going to be talking about today, Paul?
We are finally launching sample inspections today, Charlotte. It's been a long road. We started building it, of course, back before we even went live. Then we paused it for a while, as some people might know, to crack on with other priorities. But we are here now and it is launching. So very exciting. Let's take a little peek. So the first thing to note is when I'm logged in as a coordinator, if I go into my inspections tab, a coordinator is just what we call a HA user. So it can be an inspector as well, of course. We've got our old friend scheduled and logged inspections, but we've also got sample inspections due. So here we go. We've got a few samples booked in already. This search works for both tabs, which is super useful. So if I say, let's try SPBS, there we go. And there you go, it's found the one that begins with SPBS. So I just wanted to flag that up before we go into the main excitement. Dun, 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 dun. We have always an exciting moment in Street Manager Charlotte, a new tab. So note the important thing is that I'm logged in here as an admin. I've got the dual access. So what I want to do now is go into my sample inspections tab, and it's that time of the year where I need to set up another promoter. So you can see here's some I prepared earlier. Set up another promoter for sample inspections. And I'll do Thames Water, why not? So we've got two fields here. So let's just talk about the difference between these two fields for a second. This top one is the agreed sample number that you've agreed with Thames Water. So in we go, and we're going to say it's 250, 250 and 250. And then this second one is as it says on the tin there, the number of sample inspections you want to generate. So there's 100 limit on this, guys. This is the number of inspections the system will try and generate each time you press the generate button. So let's just say that I run my samples weekly, and I want the system to, have a good go at generating a few each time. So if I put in 15 for A's, I'm going to do 30 for B's, because just the policy in my council is that we do more B's than we get paid for. So you've got the flexibility to do that. And I'm going to do 15 C's. So set targets, there we go. Organization details and sample targets have been set up. Here we go. And you can see we've got this actual progress screen as well. And that's obviously pretty useful as we go through the year. I can check in as an admin and go, actually, we're behind on the Cadent Gas ones. We need to do some more there. Oh, no, we're fine for everyone else. I can talk to the inspectors and say, make sure you're doing some more Cadent Gas, Cat A's, or whatever it might be. By the way, you don't have to, of course, put anything in for Cat A if you don't want to. If you don't want Street Manager to generate your Cat A inspections, I know feelings run high on that, so we've left that open. You can do it either way. So now I'm going to press generate sample inspections. And this is where this video falls down a tiny bit, sadly, guys, because we don't have much data in this demo environment that we're in. So sample inspections are being generated and will be viewable on the page. So that message just means give it a second, basically. It's not instant. It doesn't take long, just a minute or so, depending on the numbers involved. But give it a minute before you go in and say, oh, it hasn't worked. So what we'll do now is, if we go home and go into the inspections tab again, and again, I could be a different person in this scenario. I go into my sample inspections tab, and sadly, I've still got the same 4 results. So you guys are just going to have to believe me, Charlotte. You believe me, don't you?
I do, of course.
I've seen it work. We logged in and there was 28 inspections in one of the environments when I was testing this. And then a minute later, there was 39 because we'd added some more in. So this does work, guys. We just don't have any Thames Water jobs in this environment to be doing samples on. One of the limitations of the demo environments, I'm afraid. So that's just pretend that we've generated some more inspections than we already had. So I'm going to go into our old friend SPBS. And if we scroll down, let's pretend I'm the inspector on site, and I'm going to record this Cat B inspection right now. So it's sitting there under sample inspections waiting for me to do. So record inspection. And I don't need to take you guys through the inspection process. You've done that if you're a street manager UI user. You've seen it in videos. So that is just like any other street manager inspection, really. So there you go, Charlotte. That is a whistle-stop tour through the sample inspection features.
And is this everything for sample inspections, or is there more still to come?
Great question. Great question. So what we don't have here is 2 quite important things. One, the ability to edit our targets. If we've made a mistake or something, or we put some initial numbers in there before we get an agreement, and then we get an agreement formally and it's slightly different. So we need to give you the ability to edit the targets. So that will be with you in about a month from the recording of this video. And then the other thing we need to do, and time has caught up with us a bit here, is we need to give the ability to add subsequent years of targets and make sure that you can go back to at least the previous year or whatever, and see what the numbers were. So we haven't quite bottomed all that out, and like I say, it's nearly April now, so we need to be making sure that features in Street Manager. Funnily enough, I'm literally discussing that straight after we record this. So thank you very much, Charlotte. Let's bring us home.